It's DJ DUBL right here, and today my guest on the show, none other than J Spades.
It's good, my brother. It's
welcome, my friend. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, man. Happy to be here.
Now, as an independent artist, you seem to be ticking all the right boxes. The merchandise game is on smash, and the fan base is there. The visuals are up. Why are you not signed yet?
Two-way street, really. Do we really want to get signed? And if we do want to get signed, it has to be the right situation. Like that. So maybe I haven't come across the right situation yet. But there's definitely options on the table. And we're definitely doing some bits and bobs. But as I said, when it's all right for all parties involved, then we'll go ahead. But until then, it's an independent grind, you know?
It's got to make sense. So you have had conversations. There has been people knocking on the door.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it, at least. At least some people are paying attention.
Nah, let's don't get it twisted. Like, these offices and all of these people, they're fully aware of who I am and what I do. You understand what I'm saying? But I think it's all in timing. I think like they're waiting for me to be a little bit more polished so they can come in and not have too much work to do and just, you know what I mean? Just get on with it. But apart from that, as I said, I'm a little bit, me and my team, we're a bit picky in it. So we're just like, you know what? The offer looks all right, but what does the contract entail? And what do we get? Because remember, we built everything that we're actually about to hand over to a label, whatever it may be. We built that. We weren't like a manufactured hype or everything's from us. You know what I mean? From the get-go, the jump, independent, our own money, we pull up everything. You understand? So they gotta come correct, bro.
It's good to hear that you're interested in reading the small print and that you're smart about it, man. Some people can get a bit gassed and rush into these things.
Yeah. Because the numbers make you want to grin, and then when you see what the small print's saying, you're like, ooh, okay, so you want money from that, and that, but you had no parts in building that, and that. You might help us to widen our fan base or whatnot and put us on a bigger platform, but I just don't feel like everyone should be able to come in and be able to eat off every single form of income or asset that we've built ourselves. You understand what I'm saying?
It's not a 360 deal.
Nah, no way. No way.
Has this always been your attitude towards it, or when you got into it first, was the dream to get signed?
Yeah. Initially, like, I wasn't even pursuing music like that, to be honest. Like, I didn't think I was gonna take it to the level that I've kind of managed to bring it to over the years. But it was more of a growth process for me, to be honest with you. I just came in and then I realised what was going on, the type of situations artists was getting, the things you can do for yourself, you know what I mean, without like a label. If you want to do a label, build a label yourself, you understand, and get a major distributor to come and give a helping hand, you know what I mean? So we can do some distribution situations or whatnot, but as far as like the 360s and that, I was like, nah. So it was just a learning process for me, really.
Got you. Now, don't take this the wrong way, but
listening.
For me, you've been kind of inconsistent as an artist. Now, what I mean by that is you'll come in, drop a project, and make a hell of a lot of noise,
and then
you just disappear again.
Yeah,
like
bro, man, because like we just kind of had one foot on the pavement and one foot in the game. You know, right. I'm way there. And even as you said, at the times when I was coming through and making a hell of a noise and whatnot, I never really had like, the industry never really embraced me, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? With all of the hype that I've done and everything, there's certain stages you've just never seen me on. There's certain platforms that you've just never ever seen me on. With all of that consistent buzz or whatever that I've done over time. So my thing was, we're doing the music, it's doing great, it looks great from the outside looking in, but I still had to kind of leave and take hiatuses from music just to make sure that we was financially set up to go into like the next year and the year after that. You understand? Because music wasn't really doing that for us. So that's all it was, man. It was just a mixture of just being in and out, you know what I mean? But every time I did come back, I feel like I kept a level of consistency of music where we're just kind of picking up where we left off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And oftentimes what people might look at and think, okay, when you do that, you sure when you come back the game wouldn't have moved from the space where you left it or whatnot? But it ain't, because I just dropped Nobody's like, just under 2 months ago. You know what I mean? And it's doing numbers, tearing up the clubs, doing everything, you understand?
Radio
with no push. Yeah, radio, tearing up everything. So nah, man, I'm always gonna be here. I feel like I'm one of them people that I got a bit of longevity in me. I'm gonna survive the test of time. You know what I mean? A lot of artists ain't really gonna do that. I don't really see them doing that, because I popped up in like 09, 010 or something, and my name will still get mentioned along with the new peers as much as guys that's been in it for a while. So man.
Most definitely, man. You're one of the rappers from the UK that when I listen to your stuff, like, I really believe it. Do you know what I mean? Like the lyrics and stuff. Like, there's certain rappers that I listen to and I'm just like, it's just lyrics. But with you, it really, like, I believe what you're saying. Do you know what I mean?
You see the way the UK rap genre is set up, you have to have at least 70% credible of the things that you're saying, because it's just one of them things. It's just it's just a criteria for the acceptance of the genre. You understand? Whereas in other genres, you don't really have to be about anything you say. As long as you're good on the mic, then you'll get embraced. But with the people have to kind of elect you in the UK rap genre. So if you come in and you start talking that talk and 100 people can't vouch for you, then you fade into the mist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I've been there for year after year, maybe skip a year and come back. But I've been there and there's always been a spot for me.
Has it ever caused, like, your lyrics, I mean, have they ever caused trouble with the authorities or brought, like, unwanted attention? Because obviously, I mean, Gigs had and still has a hell of a lot of...
I'm gonna be 100 with you. I used Gigs as my blueprint when it came to, like, assessing certain situations and knowing how to move and not making sure that even though I'm voicing my opinion, like, there's ways I execute things. Like, me and Giggs got a tune called Fuck the Police. You understand? Tim Westwood nearly lost his job for that song because his voice was on there. You understand what I'm saying to you? So there's a whole heap of ins and outs. But as I said, with time came growth, and I just realized, you know what? Don't make things even harder for yourself. You know them way there. So let the feds them do what they do. Make them handle their bits and bobs. As long as they don't step on my toes or try to stop me from doing certain things, then I'm not going to pressure them. And my whole thing was, like, the way how we moved and the way how we came in the game, we kind of had a lot of crowd control, where a lot of people didn't have that. So even instances where fights was breaking out in clubs and this and that later, we kind of didn't even need security. We be able to talk to the crowd and they'll kind of listen. You understand? Before they want to turn on the club lights and stop the music, everyone's going to get rowdy. You understand what I'm saying? Leave the music on, turn the lights off, just chat to the man them quickly, show goes on. You understand what I'm saying? So even by the time the police has been summoned and come there, they come in there to a calm, controlled crowd environment. You understand? So we kind of just learned them things as we went. So police trouble? Nah, man, we ain't been having no police trouble, to be honest. So big up the coppers then for not harassing us and making our lives hell, you get me? Because we're just trying to deliver good music.
Learning from Gigs' mistakes. I hear that.
There you go.
Is there any rappers in the UK rap scene that's fully fabricating what they're saying? Because, like I said, I hear some people, and I just don't believe it.
You know what it is? I'll be honest with you, I don't think I listen to enough of the... Like, there's a set of rappers that I listen to, innit? You know what I mean? That's kind of kept their credibility from, like, the last couple of years. And then for the new breeds, like, I've already picked my few that I listen to and who I've given my ears to. So apart from that, I'm not going to say I listen to a wide range of UK artists or whatnot. So as far as I'm concerned, there's a lot of them, like, that's bullshitting, but I haven't given them the time of day to even go into their whole depth of their thing or whatnot. So as far as, like, the new breeds, I'm listening to J Huss, Section Boys, all the guys that I've worked with, basically. I've given them a listening ear. So anyone I ain't really run with or whatever, not saying you don't exist or whatnot, but maybe your thing's just not knocking on my door loud enough for me to hear about you, and the streets ain't carrying you enough. So that's it. It's like I said to you, the people vote you in. If the streets say you're the truth, you will sustain that position. You know what I'm saying to you? Because you might come in, have a hype for 1 second, and then after that, your thing just gets broken down. So if the streets vote you in, then you should be able to come in year after year, time after time, and deliver. Yeah.
And Huss is getting no votes right now.
Of course it is, man.
Yeah.
Of course he is, man. He's running, like I said, he's a new boy coming out of East London right now, you get me? And as I said, I'm embracing him because he's coming in doing what I was doing, like before, like with the hooks, singing, the melodies, the rare tear, and he's from East London, so I've got to promote my backyard, you get me, and make sure he's got a platform to go through, so we're fully behind him.
Yeah, that's a good comparison as well, man, because it's like you said with the hooks and stuff. One of my favourite UK records for the past, I'd go as far as say for the past couple of years, was the Naughty Boy, Do It Big.
Yeah.
And obviously you're responsible for the hook there, and like
there you go, man.
You've got the bar when you mention about people coming with the freestyles and the F64s, but not being able to make a big song.
Yeah, so like I said, I just feel like my thing is a bit more widespread. Even when they try to just chop me in a little genre and just be like, yeah, that's just road rap or whatever. Nah, if you lock me in a studio with A-listers, as long as we can catch a vibe, then we're gonna deliver. You know them way there. If you lock me in with whoever it may be. You know what I'm saying? I've just been one of them people where people was hesitant to put me on that platform because they was thinking of the repercussions of certain dudes getting in certain spaces and certain type of finances. But apart from that, as I said, man, you put me in with any A-lister, B-lister, dudes on the streets, which I've been doing for how many years? You know what I'm saying? I've worked with Naughty Boy, I've worked with Tinie, I've worked with like people that perform in front of potential like thousands and thousands
arenas,
of arenas. You know what I'm saying to you? I've rubbed shoulders and done it all with them, you get me? And still being able to maintain my position as who I am in the game. So yeah, man, like big up Naughty Boy as well for having us, you get me, for getting us down there, getting on the hook. That done quite good things on radio and all of that type of stuff. So I've been grinding and putting it together, you get me? It's not just the street stuff. We can make radio friendly music that's not corny, not cheesy. You know what I mean?
What was the point that you actually fully understood that a song has to have structure and you understood about hooks and stuff?
Long time. Like as I said, I've been a rap fan from ever since I know myself, you know what I mean? And I spent a lot of time like overseas in Jamaica and that. So your most average basic bashment artist or Caribbean artist, a hook is always a foundation in their songs, regardless. That's like the most catchy bit of their songs. You know what I mean? And then coming up, as I said, I was listening to bashment, but I always had a pull in towards hip hop. So for me, it was just one of them things where I just realized, you know what? I'm kind of in the middle where I'm caught up in the rap world, but my background enables me to blend these two together and deliver what the people them kind of love me for. You know what I mean? So the hooks things necessary, man. The hooks one of the most, apart from unless there's like controversy in them verses or the delivery is just that great for many artists, 90% of the songs you know and remember today are based around the hooks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you? And that's the most valuable bit of the song in so many words. That's even
Why
who
they
gets
call it the
paid
hook?
yeah, that's who gets paid the most as well, funny enough, I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So I'm learning, you get me? But
Most
yeah, that was it.
definitely, man. More Money, More Pagans. So that's a trilogy right now, obviously. The series is out.
Yeah.
Why come up with that name, More Money, More Pagans?
That one was self-explanatory, man.
Yeah.
Because at that time, as I said to you, both of my all the CDs that I've put out kind of just captures chapters of my life as I was progressing, as I was going. So Triple MP1 was like raw, thoroughbred music. Like we was out there active. You understand what I'm saying to you? Me and all my conglomerates and that. So as we progressed, Triple MP2 was a bit lighter. You know what I mean? A bit more radio friendly, a bit more widespread music. And then by the time we got to like GRT, is that we got so much recognition from both our peers and people that would considerably be above us in the industry that I just tried to make a well-rounded CD. You know them way there. So as you say, like I said, you'd have songs like from Slick Rick to Nobody's to What's Going On to 50 Deep. Like we just covered all angles, you know what I mean? Turn Up for the girls. Like we just had the whole shebang. Twerk, all them songs there, the girls go crazy for them. You understand what I'm saying? So it was just a well-rounded CD. We just evolved basically. So now we've gone from More Money, More Pagans to the basic idea and the concept of GRT. You know what I mean? So that's for me, all my conglomerates, dudes, no matter what block you're from or what side of London you're from or what part of the UK you're from, it's just a belief. It's more than just a CD title. It's a get rich together. You understand what I'm saying to you? So yeah, so that's what we've just been trying to push towards. So obviously, whoever knows I do my pattern, GRT is like the new franchise basically. So GRT2 is more than likely going to be my next step, but that will be further down. I'm glad you mentioned that because
I haven't seen a single check yet from the album sales, so I'm, we're getting rich together now, and I'm waiting for that to come in.
Bruh, like I said to you, bro, man, one way or the other, we're all going to get paid to get me. I'm up here doing the interview with you. Someone's cutting the checks for them things, they understand? So it's all work, it's all building towards something. You know, like that. Man. So, yeah,
are you very focused on sales figures?
Definitely, because at the end of the day, that's part of our payroll, isn't it? But at the same time, as I said, I haven't got a big machine behind me or a big platform or whatnot. It's just me and my couple thoroughbred fans that's just been holding me down and just doing what we need to do. And bro, we done decent numbers. You know what I mean? Considering like we're independent, like I sold as much as Tiger and Troy Ave and all these people that's in America getting all the.
What's the number? How much?
Just under 3,000.
Right.
You understand? So, and that, as I said to you, that was just me with a fan base that I didn't even have too many outlets to even let them know.
Just on iTunes as well, right?
Yeah, that was we've done just under 2K on iTunes, and then the rest of the numbers was collectively like between Google Play, Amazon, and Spotify, all that other stuff.
The streaming counted as well.
Yeah. So
it's all revenue. So,
bruh, like I said, man, this what we, because all it was for me, it wasn't like we was thirsty for the money or whatnot, but it was just a thing of the numbers need to reflect. So whoever's even had an eye on us before and then been just, you know, when someone wants to get involved but they just want to stay where it's safe first and observe from a distance before they decide to come over. Yeah. So now they're like, okay, I'll swear on this. Sorry, because I've been trying to.
Yeah, we're off here, so I can just.
I'm just saying, cool. They're just like, yo, these man just done such and such numbers at $7.99 a pop, with no label involvement whatsoever, no Universal, no Sony, no Red. So imagine if they was on that platform. You know what I'm saying to you? So, and they know what type of figures we can pull in. They know like my bookings, and then they see how active I get. You know what I mean? How many times we're holding the mic, how much sales we're doing, that's good money. You understand? So when they look at it like that, as I said, we had negotiations just before I dropped GRT. You know what I mean? And they was hesitating. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even wasting no time with you. Like, you lot don't even understand what we've been doing. So let me go and show you like what I'm gonna do. Because I don't know if they thought we was gonna do like 500 or some stupid numbers like that. You know what I mean? But when the numbers started coming back in, it was like, ooh, okay, now let's see. And I've only dropped 2 videos so far from the project. 3, tell a lie, but 2 was way before. You know what I mean? And then I took a gap and came back. So since I dropped the tape, I've dropped Nobody's and I dropped 50 Deep. I still got a bag of other videos to shoot. Yeah. But I got more PR, more campaigning to do. So look out for them numbers to be rising as we go. You know what I mean? Because we're just building the project. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the price as well, $7.99, because that's not like a, you know,
usually
when people
EP.
It's $3.99s, $4.99s. But these days, that's a big thing to the people.
Because you know what it is? Their whole argument was, it was like, cool, Spades, you've been in the game for a couple minutes now. You've dropped Triple MP, you dropped Triple MP2. You've had a great buzz, great run, but you haven't sold no records.
Right.
And I was like, okay, all right, cool. But off the back of that, I sold a lot of merchandise and a lot of, you know what I mean, a lot of other ventures and that. So they just looked at it as, okay, cool, let's see what you do this time, and then we can kind of determine where you're at and what your temperature is. And like I said, the numbers just came back. They're speaking for themselves, and we're only a couple minutes in. You know what I mean? We still got more PR, more work to do, and this tape's just gonna keep growing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So with that, merchandise, everything, as I said, like soon enough, I do a couple more moves like this, then my bank account's gonna mirror any A-list celebrity you want to pick out. You know what I mean? Unless they've really, really like just sold like millions and millions of records, you know, them way there. So we're just grinding, man. It's just a growth process, and we're just building.
How did you pick the collaborations for the project?
My thing is this: once I hear a tune, 8 times out of 10, I kind of can hear who would fit in or who would suit. You know what I mean? Who would suit it? So let's just say I got A&R quality ears, you know, them way there. So the minute I heard like Nobody's and that, I could automatically hear like all of the young boys that's tearing up the road right now, just coming through and just knocking it out of the park. You know what I mean? As for Slick Rick, same thing. I heard it. We sent Tinie a few bits and bobs. He gravitated to that like I thought he would.
Pro Green as well.
Yeah, Pro,
that surprised me, bro. Like,
yeah.
Bringing him back. Yeah. Bringing him back. Get out of that pop lane. Like, come back in,
bro. Yeah. Because at that time, Pro was like, I'm not even going to say he was isolated, but he was just in his own lane. You know what I'm saying
to you? For me, Pro's hard, but he's just making the wrong music, in my opinion.
Yeah. But it's, I don't know, man. I think it's all press and all that type of stuff. It's where they want to keep him. You know what I'm saying to you? So it's not just a matter of him making records. He's probably made a bunch of records that me and you would love to listen to and love to hear, but the label's like, that's not the direction we want to go. So let's keep it here. Let's make sure your whole media and your whole press is good. So let's keep you slick, clean. You and your missus, the whole marriage profile, all that type of stuff. Now I'm telling you how these people work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and I'm independent. I've been in the offices. I hear how they talk, because a lot of them keep it 100 with me. You know what I'm saying? They're like, Spades, your thing's a bit too thorough. It's a bit too rare. Look at my man, and look at my man, and look at my man. You understand what I'm saying to you? But as I told them, my thing's not manufactured hype. Like, I've been doing what I've been doing, and my fans are comfortable with that. If anything we're going to do is go up a bit, clean up and tidy up a bit, but we're not going to go like total 360 into a person that they don't know. So that's it for me. But yeah, so like I said, I just handpicked a lot of people for the tape. and came out how I kind of visioned it to be. There's a few people that was missing, but apart from that, like I feel like we delivered. You know what I'm way there. So now it's just for people that need to listen out for these remixes, listen out for these follow-ups, listen out for these new videos, which my fans have been hitting me up, letting me know what songs they want to hit, what songs like they want to see the visuals to and whatnot. You know what I'm way there. So I'm just bridging the gap apart from the labels now and just kind of keep it direct to my fans. So whatever they want to hear, they hit me up on Instagram. My DMs is full. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Instagram, it's not like Twitter, man's got to follow you to be able to DM you. Instagram, it's like all guns blazing, you know what I mean? They just turn up. Same with Facebook. So I get requests all the time. So right now I'm just in the motion of just shooting another couple videos, like 3 videos I'm going to execute in the next 2 weeks. And we're just going to go crazy. You know what I'm way there. Going to go for the tour after this as well. So all the people that's been following from Triple MP 1, 2, 3, and all the other miscellaneous collabs and stuff that I've done in between those and that, come take in the show, man. Come see what we do. Come, you know what I mean? We're putting it together right now, and I know they're gonna come out, come turn up, because they've been waiting for stuff like that. And we're gonna have a few of your favorite UK artists as well supporting and coming to hold me down. So it's gonna be a good show, man.
How much is a Tinie Tempah verse?
Couldn't tell you.
Because you didn't pay, or you don't want to say?
I've never paid for no feature, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and that's gone from Flocker, Tinie, Pro, like, but a lot of things are built on strength of character. You know what I'm way there. So a lot of people will just see what you do, respect it, and be like, you know what, I want to get involved. Just keep your money. You know, like that. So that was what it was from us. Because, as I said, a lot of people want to get in the studio with me, but before there was always like a stigma attached that they kind of like, oh, their management might be like, oh, even though the artist wants to do it, it's like the label's like, yeah, you understand? So rare. So Slick Rick was a good expedition for me, put it that way, because it kind of showed that, you know what, listen to my verse, listen to the song. It's an 808 beat. You know what I mean? My verse, head nigga ain't charge, East London call me big dog. It's not exactly watered down. I'm talking that talk on it. You know what I'm saying? Where I come from, don't live long. I had to sell ish for my income, like all of that. And we still made it a platform for Tinie to come do Tinie, not trying to do anyone else or trying to be too rough or too tough. Tinie doing Tinie, Pro delivering, doing the same. You know what I'm saying? And we put it together and
it works.
Yeah. So now they're looking at it like, okay, cool. So you can do these bits and bobs. And just like how you mentioned earlier with the Naughty Boy, put me in the studio with Naughty Boy, we give you do it big. You understand? So what else do you want me to take off for you? You know them way there. That's how I just be looking at them now. So I like, we're just running around, bro, man. Just running around, King. Just doing the damn thing for the fans, them. You know what I mean?
Developing though, bruv. It's all development, and there's a lot of growth in your music from Triple MP1 to now. Like, it's like you already touched on. You know, it has changed and it's got less raw. I won't say it's watered down, but it's more.
It's more diverse. It's more universal because, as I said to you, there's a set of crowd and a set of man them that kind of wanted to hear more records like White Stuff. You know them way they're pushing that White Stuff and Nightmares and that. But as I said to you, that was a chapter of life that we was active then. I can't keep on consistently coming every minute telling you the same thing. That means I haven't progressed in life and I haven't moved. So for me to be doing what I'm doing now and then still to come back and make a record like White Stuff, it's like there's gonna be a level of fabrication in that, unless I'm just giving you reminiscent music. You understand? So
not only that, but there's people that don't necessarily, they want to hear you, but they don't want to hear that stuff. It's not everyday trap music. So.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
Man.
So my thing is, I feel like I'm one of the most versatile in the game as well, to be honest with you, because like I said, I can go from White Stuff to Twerk to Slick Rick to Nobodies to Hustle Hard to, like, you name it, man. Wherever I do and wherever I jump on, I'm at home. You know what I mean? I'm never feeling like uncomfortable in my space. I'm never giving you a record where you're like, what is this Spades? You know them way there. Even if you don't like it personally, you know it's still me. You know what I mean? And I'm catering for a crowd. So there's a bunch of men them was like iffy with Twerk at first. It was like, but when they saw the Gallum's reaction and when they play that at their penthouse parties and their house parties and their clubs, they're like, rah, this what goes down. Now they love the song. You understand what I'm saying to you? But at first it was like, oh, we wanted something to bring the shooters out. We wanted something to make man get to trapping again and all that type of stuff. But like I said, you gotta grow up, man, and you gotta cater for everybody, even though, and not switch sides on your fan base that built you originally. You know them way there. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, it's a good place, man. Yeah. Now I have to ask you, What's the situation with Stormzy right now?
You know what? I don't know where this, because this like a couple times now I've been hearing this question, and I don't know when everyone thought me and Stormzy had an issue.
Yeah.
Like, me and Stormzy are from two different worlds, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Our conglomerates are different, our whole setup's different, our background, the whole, how we came in the game's different. You know what I mean? But Big Nasty called Stormzy and them like a backup dancer a little while ago. And then I had an interview and they asked me how I felt about the mobiles and whatnot.
Yeah, SK vibe, man. Big up to SK.
Yeah, SK. Yeah, and then I feel like from there, it's like, I don't know why everyone felt like I'm out of the whole crowd, the whole UK scene that was on the stage dancing and doing what they're doing. People felt like pinpointing Stormzy for what, I don't know, but I guess he was the man in the moment, so they thought it was only right for him to take it on and go rare. And then his response, backup dancer, man on the call me a backup dancer, rare, tear.
Shut up, yeah.
I was like, rah, like, that definitely ain't for me, because I'm not even a grime artist, king. You know them way there. Big Nasty's a grime artist. So I know whoever you're responding to as far as calling me a backup dancer individually as well, because I never mentioned your name once.
Yeah.
See me? It has to be them lot. Because if it was, then you kind of needed to let me know what time it is, bro. You know what I mean? So we can assess the matter and we can get where we want to try, wherever you're trying to get to. But apart from that,
so you don't think the record was for you
I
specifically?
I honestly don't think so. But as I said, because of the hype, and then because of the backup dancer's statement and it's coming from me, everyone kind of wanted to see, you know what I mean? Everyone wanted to see some fireworks. Like me, man.
Yeah,
people wanted to see some fireworks. Yeah, people wanted to see some fireworks. I'm just like, yo, don't do that, man, because we're just going to mix up two worlds right now, and I'm not a grime MC. So for me to jump on like trying to do this back and forth thing with homie, it wouldn't work. You understand what I'm saying to you? And the only other alternative apart from that would be the pavement. And it's not gonna work. So let's just leave it where it needs to be, man. That's him and Big Nasty and them lot doing their grime thing. Nasty called him a backup dancer. I feel like that response was for him. Until he lets me know different, that's how I'm looking at it. So whenever he hears this interview, feel free to comment and let me know if it was me you're dealing with or it's Nasty. But if no one's differentiating that and I don't hear a response, then I'll leave it as he's talking to his peers in grime.
So there's no issues, there's no tension.
Nah, man.
Until names are called and
yeah,
shots
until
are
a man
fired.
says, yo, rare, then, And like I said to you, for me, I feel like Stormzy is in his lane where we shouldn't even be crossing worlds and getting entangled. You know what I mean? Because I'm from a different setup. Like, the whole genre and everything's just different. And Stormzy's leading the whole new school of grime right now. You know what I mean? I've never jumped on a grime record. Even when
so
grime...
for you, there's a definite difference between
No,
grime
come on, man.
and
Definitely.
rap.
A lot of people like to chuck them in one genre, but it's definitely not. You know what I'm saying to you? And the killer thing about it is no disrespect to grime. Grime's made loads of money. He's put a lot of people on platforms, gave a lot of people jobs. But UK hip hop is like a genre that's, it's not even that old. It's like 5 years old or whatever. So whoever's coming in it, I would love to see them kind of build our thing where it's concrete enough to have everyone stand up and have a next set of generation of artists be able to come through and stand up on that genre more than just, oh shit, UK rap's not really in fashion right now, let me jump on grime. Because I saw a lot of that. I saw a bag of the UK rap artists jumped on the grime beats, and soon as the reinsurgence of grime came, everyone's like, oh, okay, I ain't even put it. I need to fight my own battles. And they jumped on the grime thing. I held my guns. I was like, right, you listen to GRT right now, there ain't one grime record on there. And I have nothing against grime whatsoever, but I'm just saying, this is a genre that I'm trying to build. You see me? Along with all my other peers in the same genre. You see me? So whether it's the Krypton Conans, it's the, like, so much people to list, I can't even bother to get into it. You know what I mean? But UK hip hop is UK hip hop, and it's a brand new genre. It's necessarily like 5 years old. They've only signed a few people.
It's a lot older than that, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. I know if you're going back like the
now.
Rodney P's and the Skinny Man and that
of
rare tear. But I was in Jamaica at that time, so that era wasn't mine. I only learnt about them as soon as I came. But I'm talking about, as far as I was concerned, when I came, it was 21 seconds and that was grime. That was tearing up the scene. You see what I'm saying? And it took a while before you started seeing labels investing money into people like K Coke, Benny Banks, Krypton Conan, Red Tear. And that's the genre I consider to be rap.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So if that's only been like 5-6 years ago, then this genre is premature. You understand what I'm saying? And you need to build that to where it's getting to a point where it's comfortable. Now it's a respected genre. So that's what I love what Krypton Conan done. Because now everyone's looking at UK rap for UK rap. You get it? So more power to Stormzy, as I told the man before, bruv. Let him do what he's doing. Keep making your moves. Grab the checks. Milk the game. Laugh about it later. You know them way there? I got no issues with homie whatsoever. He's a young dude. He's coming up out the streets. He's doing what he needs to do to get his. Do your thing, Holmes. You know what I mean? But as long as there ain't no weird stuff in between, then we're in a good place.
I love the small print you're adding at the end.
Come on, bruv, man. Bruv, like I said, I've been there for a minute.
Yeah.
Been there for a minute, bruh. You know them way there? And there's a level, we always kept a level of how would I call it, diplomacy and a level of respect in the game since I've been there. You know them way there? So I don't intend to have that bent out of shame or question in any form by none of these dudes. You know them way there? Because we've never, ever been felt any type of way to address anybody. You know them way there? The dudes that we was having issues with was like the young Sprays and this and that. These are man that's coming from credible backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? So when we was going to go head to head, a lot of people didn't want to see it because they didn't think it was safe in the industry. So we kind of had to like, all right, cool, I'll buck you on the rebound. You know them way there? So we just kept that off camera, put it where it needed to be. Now everyone's running up and down, doing collabs and making ways for themselves.
Everyone's getting along.
It's not a hug up and kiss up thing, but see what I'm saying? It's not a hug up and kiss up thing, but we can be in the same venue to come see other people collect awards. You know, like that.
Yeah, man.
So that space there is way better than where it was before.
It's civil.
Yeah. You know them way there.
Like
so
me, I can sit safely at my rated awards seat and there's nothing flying around.
Right.
I have to duck. I've got you, man, and it makes me happy.
Yeah.
Are you where you want to be in your career?
Nah, man. I always want to progress and get to that higher echelon or just keep going up and up and up. You know, them way there. But as far as nah, man, I want more, bruv. I want more. I'm being honest. I ain't gonna sit up here and toot my own horn. I want more. So, nah, I'm not. I want to go further. I want to take it further. I want to push the genre further. I want to put other people on platforms so they can better their situation and whatnot. So, nah, I'm not there yet. I want to get up further.
What would be the comparison? Like, if you look at someone else's career, whether it be a US rapper or a UK rapper, is there anyone that you aspire to be like in terms of, I'm not talking about style or music because you got your own thing, but I'm talking about just success in general. You know, even it might come down to fame, being a household name, money. Like, anyone you aspire to be like?
You know what? If I'm at where he's at that point in the game when I hit his age, then maybe Uncle Snoop. You know, maybe Uncle Snoop. But as people might not even expect to hear an answer like that from me, because they think I'm probably gonna go for someone super thorough or someone that's known to catch bodies or whatever. But it's not that. Like where Snoop's at right now in the game and how long he's been in it, over 2 decades, and still be able to go and like host the BET Awards and still have that energy and still be able to,
still relevant, man.
Yeah, man. I have to big up Uncle Snoop. So I rate him because you have to remember Snoop's coming from like Dog Pound, like M charges and Rare Tear, and still to be able to do what he's doing now and still be who he is. Yeah, I gotta respect that. So yeah, definitely Snoop.
The only thing I don't like about Snoop Dogg is his DJ sets.
Oh,
I caught a DJ set. I was on a show with him in December, and I wasn't a fan. I'm not gonna lie, but apart from that, I agree with that, man. Snoop Dogg, Uncle Snoop.
Yeah, man, great catalog, man, dope catalog.
So we've come to the part of the interview called the fun bit, where we get some random questions and we're gonna get some random answers and find out some new stuff about J Spades. Probably some stuff you don't talk about on the track.
Cool. Let's have it.
So, are you ready for the fun bit, J Spades?
Come on, let's go, man. I've been having fun, man, since I got up here. Let's go, man.
What's the first thing you would change if you ran the country?
This is gonna sound dumb and ignorant, but probably the smoking ban.
That ties perfectly with the Uncle Snoop thing you just said. I knew that was coming.
Yo, man, I need to bun in the clubs, yo. Know the way it is. So that might even put a calming on the crowds all over the country. You know what I mean? People might be a little bit. Everyone's grumpy outside the club smoking, especially when it turns into like the winter season and all that. No one wants to go outside for a smoke. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the start, I reckon. Yeah,
legalize it.
Yeah, and then I'll go into
let you do it inside. I like it.
Then I'll go into the more political stuff. But yeah, go on.
Dead or alive, who would you most like to collaborate with?
It's a tricky question, man. Biggie's the waviest dude. Like, I think Biggie, but Pac was like, I don't know why I'm not thinking about no one that's alive right now, but I think I'd have to say Yeah, Biggie probably.
I was going to ask you before if you were a Biggie fan, because with the More Money, More Pagans, obviously he had the record More Money, More Problems.
Yeah,
I wondered if
that's
that
what we
ever...
grew up from. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just an evolution of what we already absorbed growing up. You know what I mean? And just letting back out in our own interpretation. You know what I'm way there. So yeah.
B.I.G. What's your worst nightmare?
Falling off a building. Hate heights, open heights. I don't like open heights.
So you're right on a plane, but
yeah, love flying and all of that stuff. But open heights, wind,
so you
all that short balcony.
You couldn't stand with your toes on the edge and just look over the side.
Nope. And I've seen them YouTube videos of them madmen there that do like the whole hanging from the rear. You must be out your mind, bro.
Yeah, them like, Russian guys that climb up cranes and
bro,
stuff.
See me, as I said, bro. Anyone that, God forbid, but if they drop off, I feel like they gave their life away. You know them way there. What are you doing up there? Like, that's not how our genetics is set up. We weren't born with wings. We weren't set up to be that high on nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just long. So even them men that work on scaffoldings, like 15 stories, and I commend them, bro, because that's hard work, bro. I don't even like the wind blowing too tough when I'm at a certain height, much less. You know what I mean? But yeah, falling off a building, definitely, I think one of my worst nightmares. Yeah.
Who's the most famous person in your phone?
Oh, you're gonna have me blowing up someone's head now, bro, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Mate, who can I reach out and touch? That's the most famous. Bro, I don't even want to answer this question, man, because this is just gonna gas dudes up. But I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Tinie? Do you think Tinie?
I don't know. And if he is, I'm just gonna hate and say no. It's gonna be a hater outright here. No, but I don't know, man, because I got a few people, man, but it's just how famous are they in their own right. Like people in America and all that, they're big in America, but Tinie's like massive in the UK, and he's got a big fan base in America. So I don't know, but he's definitely one of them, though. 100%. Yeah, definitely up there.
Have you ever cried watching a film? Be 100 with me right now.
Nah, I felt really emotional.
Right.
Where man had to, chill out.
Hold it down, man.
As far as like,
man never gonna see this.
Yeah, nah. I've never cried, but I've definitely had an emotional shift watching certain films.
What film
in
was
my
it?
time.
What film?
That's what I was trying to think of. Meanwhile, he was asking me that still, but I don't watch too many sad films, man. But there's films that make you feel deep, man. Like when you start checking for the character and he just gets smoked, or the person, you just feel like the person didn't deserve it. So it might even been like Menace. Is it Menace to Society? Ricky,
one of
them
my favourite films. That's Boys in the Hood, but
Boys in the Hood,
with Ricky,
yeah.
Menace to Society,
I didn't cry, but man felt away from my man. You get me? Because that's not his life. That's not his lane. You know what I'm saying? That's all his brothers' dramas, and he's just suffered the repercussions of that. You get me? So I felt
Kane
away
in
about
Menace
that.
to Society.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Couple characters get smoked. Yeah, we feel away still, but as far as shedding tears.
What's your biggest regret?
Yo, I'm on my dappy thing, man. No regrets, bro. Don't know, man. I can't think of nothing off the head right now. Like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done this. I don't know.
I hear that a lot from people these days, man. It makes me happy to know that that's what's going on.
Yeah, man. Like, obviously, there's a few bits and bobs you wish you'd done in life, but it's not like a regret. Like, I've dropped out of school in year 10. Maybe I should have finished school. You know what I'm way there? But it's not like a regret, like, oh, my days, my life. Shouldn't finish school, right? So it's not a regret thing, but there's a few things that I wish that I did do. You know what I'm way there, like finish school for one. But yeah.
Favorite movie?
My favorite movie. It might be it's either City of God or City of God or Shutters probably.
Or what?
Shutters.
Oh, I don't think
and
I know
if you
that
ain't seen that, watch that. City of God.
City of God is the one.
Mirrors Shutters, but Shutters is like a Jamaican version of City of God.
Okay,
so it's more raw edge and you don't have to read subtitles. But then again, you should be able to understand the Yardman thing, you get me? But yeah, like raw, edgy films.
Shutters.
Yeah, starring Bob Marley's son, Kimani Marley.
Shutters or Shutters?
Shutters.
Shutters.
Shottas.
It's your Yardman accent just popping out
yeah.
there. Shutters, for anyone that's like me.
Yeah. So
Shutters.
Take that in, bro. You like it, man. Hit me up. If I ain't got a number for you, hit me up on the gram or the thing and say, yo, Spades, I watched that film. Cold film. I'm hoping you're going to say it's cold.
Bro,
anyway.
I'm not playing out tonight, so I think that's the one,
Watch
man.
that, bro. Watch that.
Netflix and chill with Shutters on.
Yeah. Definitely.
What's the best thing about where you're from? Now that can be East London or that can be Jamaica. It's your choice.
Alright, what Jamaica? I'm gonna take it to Jamaica. I'll say the food. The music's the most powerful asset. But for me, the best thing, food, bruh. Can't beat some stew chicken or some jerk chicken and rice and peas and all that other good stuff. You know what I'm way there. So yeah, and then after that, my second runner-up will be the music. Yeah, most influential. So yeah.
Do you remember the last dream that you had?
Nah, cause there's nothing substantial or that important going on in these dreams. So it's not even enough for me to remember. You dream every night, but because apparently you just don't remember them. You know them way there. So I don't know, man.
Just normal stuff.
Yeah, man. It's been having good old dreams. Nothing to throw me up out of my bed like nah, none of that. Just wake up, man, and just be like, yo, good sleep.
Good sleep.
Good sleep. Yeah, good sleep. So I need more.
All right, the last one. We made it to the promised land. Do you have any strange habits or strange addictions?
Hey, my homie in the back just threw me off. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
You can bait him up, you know. You can speak up and tell him. If he doesn't let this one go, you got to tell him.
Yeah.
He's like, nah.
I mix sardine and eggs together.
Sardine and eggs. Is that what you were gonna say?
And eggs.
No, there's another one. I want to find out what this is.
Whatever it was, he could spit it out. But as far as I'm concerned, a lot of people think that's weird. But when I scramble eggs with sardine in it more time, like some super protein thing. So yeah.
Well, before I could cook, I used to make rice and cheese. So that's like, I'm not even gonna lie. If I was hungry and there was no one cooking,
the weirdometer just went up a notch.
Rice, cheese,
just went up a notch,
and I'd eat that.
Yeah,
so sardine and eggs.
Bruv, that is crazy. I thought sardine and eggs was crazy, but rice and cheese, you just changed the game. Changed the game completely.
I can cook a bit better. I want to find out what were you gonna say? Look. He's shaking his head.
Bro, talk at the things, bro. The people want to know.
You've got the permission now. This must be bad if he's.
People want to know.
And you know this is a real friend.
I ain't got no weird foot fetish. No weird like red tail. Like I said, it's most likely gonna be something to do with eating because I love food. Me and food got a dope relationship. Like that.
The best answer I've ever had to that question was from Miss Dynamite.
Yeah.
She eats sponges.
Bruh.
Like.
Has she got kids?
Yeah.
Did she develop that during pregnancy or something?
I remember speaking to her about it. I think she was like eating talcum powder or something when she was pregnant.
Yeah, a lot of women do that, man. But sponges, she changed the game. But as I say, when they get pregnant,
even when she's not pregnant, she told me
one addiction she kept.
Like, she just eats sponges.
Okay.
So,
if I ever try to,
I'm waiting for someone to top that now.
Yeah, if I ever try to like chat with Miss Dynamite or try and sweep off some flavoured sponge, flavoured sponge. Yeah, I'm gonna try things still. Find
out her favourite colour. Bring her that colour sponge.
Yeah, big up Miss D anyway, man. Big up Miss D, because everyone thinks I'm onto her brother as well because of the mobiles thing. And it's definitely not that. So let me handle that meanwhile we're here. Akala, big up yourself. Well, I'm not onto you. There's never been that question. All it was, as I said to you, as far as the 2015 and the mobiles nomination, I feel like I should have been there. That's all. You understand? Not saying I should have won a mobile. I feel like I should have got nominated for a mobile. I should have got nominated for a mobile years ago. But even this year, I should have got nominated. You know what I'm way there. But apart from that, big up yourself. Keep doing what you're doing because he's a positive guy. He's a positive artist. He's got a strong message. So keep doing what you're doing, my brother. You get me? Hopefully we bump heads and we can do something in the future.
I'm glad you brought that up before we rounded off because it means we can talk about it. And I actually forgot to bring it up. So yeah, thanks for that. So it's a problem. Obviously, like you just suggested, it's not with Akala, it's with the actual mobiles.
Yeah. Because people, like I said, people always feel like we're searching for trouble and we're digging for trouble. I'm not digging Akala. I'm not trying to dig for trouble. Tear. All that was, as I said to you, I just put everything down on the table and let everyone know where I was at.
I get your point because I think the point you were making wasn't necessarily about Akala. It was just more that you had done more work this year.
I just felt like Akala wasn't musically as active as I was this year. So with that being said, I felt like I should have had a nomination.
So why do you think you weren't nominated?
Man, there's politics and everything, man. As I said, I ain't never been nominated. Sneak Boy never been nominated. You know what I mean? Like, there's just questions that just need to be answered by the right people. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm probably not the person to answer that. So anytime you get a mobile personnel up here, I'm hoping you do or whatnot, stick it on them. Ask them, how come Sneak Boy's never been nominated? From all this stuff that Sneak Boy's done in the game. You know what I mean? How come J Spades has never been nominated for a mobile? But there's people on there that are considerably, like, people don't know them. You understand what I'm saying? So is this based on friendships? Is it based on managers, friends with other people? Is it based on, what's it really based on? Because if it's based on stats...
I had a conversation with someone last year.
Yeah.
Because my problem with last year's Mobos was that I'm a very good friend with Stylo G.
Yeah.
And his reggae award was obviously the year before he was nominated but didn't win.
Yeah.
Last year was the first one he won.
Yeah.
It wasn't televised. They finished the television show and then did, I think it was possibly the reggae one, the gospel one and the jazz one off air.
Bruh.
For YouTube.
Until they... Go on.
Well, my issue was there was a Jessie J performance, there was a Sam Smith performance, and there was somebody else. And what I was saying to them was, why are these artists, regardless of skin color, because that's to me that's irrelevant these days. But Jessie J isn't making this kind of music. She's a pop artist. Do you know what I mean? Whether she's black or white or green, it doesn't matter.
There's a war going on. You know what I'm saying? That the fans are none the wiser to. They're not clued that they ain't got a clue what's going on. All they know is what's being projected to them on the screen. But behind the scenes, there's a whole heap of foul play and a whole heap of politics going on. We've just been the lucky enough ones to like been ignoring it for so many years and just been doing our thing and been comfortable. But now it's getting to the point where other people are starting to pull it to our attention. So you're gonna have to address the matter. You know what I mean? Like before, you never heard me talking about mobiles. I didn't care about that. You know what I mean? As long as we go to tear up our shows and our fans are happy, and I'm selling records and I'm good every block I go to and every hood I went to, that I was always good in my own space. But now it gets to the point where if I keep delivering this level of music and my presence is that, my awareness of my presence is there. Since, like you said, the Naughty Boys, the Slick Rick, the this and that, these are all playlisted records that's been on the radio back to back. Like I do
national radio as well.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
Just small radio.
What's going on? You know what I mean? I even, like I said, I got a song anyway. You'll see. You'll see what's going on. We're gonna execute that in the correct way because, like I said, everything's in strategy, innit? So I'm not just gonna jump out the window and do what everyone expects me to do. The mobiles, man's boycotting that red. A lot of ways to skin a cat. So they'll see what my next couple moves are, and if they still don't wake up and smell the coffee, then I'll just let the general public handle.
So how about the rated awards? Because obviously GRM did their
you know
thing.
what? Big up Grime Daily, man. I'm blowing. I didn't make it to that one day. I was out of commission, you get me? But I loved it. I saw it. It was a big show. It was powerful. You had all the right people in there, people that people actually want to see, and people that like put it this way, the awards went in the right places and the right eyes was watching and the right people was there. You know what I mean? I will put my hands up and say, sorry, I should have been at that one there. I missed that. I will be at the next one. Hopefully I still got an invite, which I feel like I'm always going to have anyway, you get me? But that was a great look for the UK scene. It was a dope night. It was a dope night, and I'm so happy we had all of like the so-called urban scene in there and not one mishap.
Nothing, bro.
You know, like that.
Yeah,
you got Westwood, you got Charlie Slough doing their clash of egos, and as it's natural in any genre and any sport or whatever it may be. You get me? The greatest or the best will always compete. It's a competitive sport and a competitive atmosphere. But apart from that, as I said to you, bruv, a big hand clap for the rated awards going down. No form of negative publicity or whatnot, so we can go on to have more and more and more. And that's me saying that, not even being in attendance.
So in your opinion, do you think rated awards is the future of this music?
We pump the rated awards how it needs to be, then mobiles are going to start shifting and shaking up and start changing certain things and certain ways how they execute their thing. Because the rated awards is only going to be like 3-4 steps behind. You know what I'm saying? All the people that people want to see
catching up already, brother.
You understand what I'm saying to you? Know? Yeah, 1 year in, and that's what they're doing. Shout out, yo, big up Posty, big up everyone that was involved behind that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know who's the face of it, but big up everyone that was behind that. KA Drinks and all that. I understand they was involved and whatnot. Keep doing stuff like that. That's what the people want. That's what the crowds want. That's what the music needs. Forget what it wants. That's what it needs. You know, like that stuff like that. That's not politically controlled. It's not a bunch of weirdos that don't really understand the culture that's running it or whatnot. It's from the people for the people. So big up the rated awards.
That's it. And we're gonna see J Spades on that rated awards stage next year. Thanking the world.
I will be
saying
up.
Fuck the Mobos.
Yeah. Bruv. Don't push me and I get on my Kanye. And I'm telling you, get on my Kanye, bruh. They don't want that. So yeah, man, big up. We'll be there next time.
Yeah, dope. So what's next moving forward? You mentioned you got some videos coming. Obviously, Triple MP3. There goes the camera.
Don't worry, we run that back.
I said don't touch the tripod. The rest of the interview is audio only.
All right.
Because
cool.
Teddy kicked the tripod over and busted up the camera.
It's all on me.
So what are we going to say? So I'm going to edit some of that crap out. So so what's next for J Spades? You mentioned you've got videos coming. Yeah,
videos. I'm not going to tell you what videos, to be honest with you, but I've got a few videos coming out. Got a tour coming up. Just you know what? Follow me. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at @real_J Spades, and you get all the updates. Everything I'm about to do, even things that you want to see me do, hit me up. Let's go.
Is it more of a focus on letting Triple MP3 do its
resonate?
Bit, or are you gonna move on to GRT?
Bro, I'm already in the studio working, you know, like that. I don't even want to say that because it's bad to say that I'm already working on GRT2, but I am up in my work rate, so I am already working on it.
We just don't want another hiatus, man. Like you've
right.
You've
No.
had enough of them now.
Yo, King, this is one promise I promised to you and my fans. Yo, like, this is it. Like, that's probably the thing I get complained about the most from any fan that's ever followed me from the start. Like, bruv, man, you always come and killing and you man, and then you make all these idiots come in the game and then now I'm there and I'm like, you know what, say nothing. So the 1.5 year gaps between CDs and the year gap and all of that, let's leave it alone. The game's moved on from the days when Jay-Z used to drop an album once every summer, you know what I mean, and lock the thing down. The game's moving fast now. People get bored easily and the game's moving really, really fast. So now, as I said to you before, GRT even sets in, like fully sets in, I'm already back in the lab working on the part 2. So by the time you have had these videos and we turn up and we run out the rest of the year and turn up for the new year and whatnot, any minute now could just be like, you can just wake up one morning and just know, you know what, Big Dog's about to drop, you know. So that's, you know what I mean. None of that waiting stuff. They've grown with me so far that I feel like it's rewarding now for the fans. You know what I mean? From the ones that's been there from the jump. Enough of the big gaps and all that. Now I just need to give them a flurry of music, keep them active, keep myself active, and just keep delivering.
Got you, man.
Yeah.
It's been a real pleasure. Thanks for passing through the show. Big
up, bro, man. Big up, man. I look forward to the next one, my G. You get me? It's a real interview. I like real interviews. Now I'm saying the questions was in depth, straight to, you know what I mean? Them kamikaze questions that a lot of interviewers seem like they don't really want to answer until I have to just pull out the answers myself. Yeah. They don't want to ask, I should say. You see me? So big up anyway, man. Yeah, big up, fam. Like I said, anytime.
It's all love, bro. Well, I'll keep the music coming, bro. And we're going to keep pushing that GRT.
Yeah, love. Done now.
It's DJ DUBL here with J Spades, and we're out of here.